Welcome to Norfolk Perspectives City Slice. I'm Bob Batcher. For about 5 years now, I've been bringing Norfolk Perspectives into your living room, and I've been trying to talk about every issue possible that you might be concerned about with the city. But you know, there's one that always kind of has confused me and I haven't totally understood, and that's economic development and the role that public-private partnerships may play in that. It just doesn't make sense to me, all the intricate detail, and sometimes it seems like all we got to do is say, we're government, we'll write a check and bring a developer in, kind of pay him off. Well, that's not quite true, and we want to try to bring you, through a variety of ways, some information about how it all works. When you get done watching the show, you're going to know all about it, and you'll be able to join Rod Willard, the Economic Development Director, in helping him do his job. But we've got a little story that I want to be able to roll out for you that we taped, kind of to bring it about in terms that I might understand. So why don't we watch that video right now.
Hello and welcome to Norfolk Home Improvement. Today we have an ambitious task ahead of us.
Did you see this? The city is giving $500,000 to another developer.
But first we're going to have to explain public-private development partnerships to Sam and how they're used to build the shopping centers, hotels, office buildings, and all the other stuff that makes Norfolk a better place to live.
Remember, Ray, this is only a 10-minute show.
Sam, we're just going to demonstrate the principles behind efforts like this.
It sounds complicated.
So let's talk about paint.
Of course. Paint.
Yeah, Sam, paint. Why do you paint?
Because I can.
Right. Now go back another step. You decide that there's a need to paint, right? Then you prepare the walls, you patch the holes, smooth out the rough spots, etc. Then you prime it, pick your colors, and
which brush?
No brush, Sam. I'm just using paint as an analogy for economic development. The first step in any economic development project is recognizing a need and an opportunity. Say you're a city like Norfolk and your downtown is struggling. Nobody wants to go there. It's dead. It's not generating the kind of tax revenue a city needs to thrive. There's no culture, entertainment, attractions, nowhere to eat or shop.
I remember downtown Norfolk was nothing but parking lots and a bunch of empty storefronts on Granby Street. After work, everybody went home. No one wanted to be down there.
Just like a wall or a room needs to be refreshed or repainted to be desirable, so does a city. You know you need retail development downtown. You see the opportunity to create a shopping center.
Well, this is all well and good, Ray. But if the need is so great, why can't some business come in and do it on their own? Why do they need the city to get involved?
That's a good question, Sam. Sometimes a need isn't enough.
That's the truth. I need a new deck on the back of my house, but I don't see a whole bunch of people lining up to build it.
Right. Same thing for economic development. Sometimes a city needs new shopping centers, grocery stores, office buildings, and hotels to generate income and create jobs and improve its quality of life. But the need just isn't enough to attract private investment. So the city needs to make something great happen.
Like MacArthur Center.
Right. City leaders knew retail had to return to downtown, but the only thing that developers were interested in were the suburbs. So for over 30 years, they assembled land, pursued major developers, and waited. They got a few nibbles, but no private investor stepped up and said, hey, we believe in you and we're going to invest in you. So the city made it happen. They primed the site.
Like when I prime the walls so the paint will stick.
They offered incentives to the nation's hottest major retailer to build a new department store.
Thought they'd lost their minds.
That got the attention of a major shopping center developer, the Taubman Company, and up went MacArthur Center.
And everybody said nobody would come. My friends in other cities laughed to think they would ever come to Norfolk to shop.
Oh, but they did.
In a big way, Sam. 12 million people a year. And once the city added 12 million shoppers a year to downtown, the momentum spread to Granby Street and north and west and east. Jobs, income, more investment, folks building and buying houses, renovating, going back to school to learn new skills. A little public investment generating a whole lot of private investment. That's how economic development works.
Downtown, downtown, downtown. That's all you hear about is downtown. What about the rest of the city?
What about Military Highway? 30 years ago, a public-private partnership built Military Circle Mall, and the whole Military Highway corridor took off. All the hotels and big-name retailers you see down there today. And it's still growing. Same thing for the whole Lake Wright Executive Center by Princess Anne. And when the city built the new Central Business Park off of Tidewater Drive, in came the businesses and with them the workforce. And the next thing you knew, Walmart came in and built a brand new super Walmart at Little Creek Road with no incentives or breaks or anything at all. A business park full of workers was all the incentive Walmart needed. It's still happening today. I take a place like the new Berkeley Shopping Center in Norfolk. The neighborhood went more than 30 years without a grocery store. The city recognized the need, but again, the opportunity never came. That meant residents were paying too much to go too far, and the city was missing out a whole lot of tax revenue and new jobs. So the city created the opportunity.
This is the preparing the wall part, right?
Now you're using the old light bulb, Sam.